WAAY 31 First News at 11 in high definition.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for WAAY 31 First News at 11. I'm Meredith Wood. Happy Monday morning to everyone in there. We're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Spencer Denton this morning, and not really a bad start to the week at all. Temperatures feeling pretty good today.
Yeah, don't get used to this at all because big changes on the way, but it is beautiful out there right now. Let's take a look at what's happening. I want to show you the tower cams because that really tells the story for today. We're looking at plenty of sunshine there in Giles County, Pulaski, Tennessee right now, coming in at 49 degrees, and temperatures quickly moving toward that 60-degree mark, believe it or not. There's the shot here from our WAAY 31 tower cam, and we are looking at temperatures not actually around 25. We're actually around 45 to 50 degrees here. 53 right now in Coleman, mostly sunny from the Coleman Regional Medical Center. And as we take a look across the Deep South, not much to our west. Things are pretty quiet right now, but there is a cold front on the way, and that cold front will give us a chance for some much colder air and maybe even a few flurries. But today, nothing like that 59, plenty of sunshine, dry and comfortable. We'll talk about the big cold blast ahead for this week and the weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Spencer. I guess take advantage of it while we've got it. We'll check back in. Decatur police are investigating after a 17-year-old boy was shot in the back of the head. Police were called to Cotton Place early this morning where one victim was transported to Huntsville Hospital in critical condition. Investigators are still trying to determine if the shooting was an accident or foul play. Huntsville police are trying to find two men who broke into an apartment early this morning. The victim told police two black men kicked in her apartment door about 3:30. It happened at the Reserve at Research Park off Enterprise Way. The robbers left the area on foot and have not been arrested. Huntsville police are looking for an armed robber. They say a white man with a gun held up the Chevron on Drake Avenue around 8 p.m. last night. So far, no arrests have been made. 8 brush fires within 36 hours. Madison County firefighters have been battling nonstop to keep your neighborhood safe. WAAY 31's Kaylee Lanford has more on what could be the cause of the outbreak and what you need to know about outdoor burning.
Twice before you burn. It may not be illegal, but it's not always safe, especially on a cold, dry winter day.
Obviously in the wintertime, you have a lot more dry vegetation, humidity gets down, and you constantly or usually have a wind. Anytime you have an outside fire, the wind will increase its spreading and also add to the intensity of the fire and can get out of control real easy.
You also need to think twice about where you burn. While the Alabama Forestry Commission has not issued a burn ban at this time, certain areas like the city of Huntsville have ordinances that do not allow the burning of yard waste in city limits without a burn permit.
We do allow for the outdoor fireplaces that people can buy at stores. We do allow those in Huntsville as long as they use them per the manufacturer specifications. They must use clean wood so they don't produce a lot of smoke pollution. But anytime you have a fire, whether it's in your fireplace inside the home or outside, you always want to be mindful of the surroundings of the fire, make sure there's nothing combustible in the area, and also have a way to extinguish the fire in case an emergency does arise.
Over the weekend, brush fires kept crews busy in the Tennessee Valley, with Madison County fire crews responding to 8 fires in just 2 days.
You get a lot of people trying to burn their leaves and dry vegetation that's on their property, so it doesn't surprise me that this time of year that we're having more fires outside in the county. And we've responded to some in the city as well, and we've just had to advise those citizens that they're not allowed to burn within the city.
That was WAAY 31's Kaylee Lanford reporting. To find up-to-date information on when it is safe to burn in Alabama and when it is not, you can visit the Alabama Forestry Commission website. 2 children are injured in a wreck in Gunnersville. A minivan carrying a mother and her 2 kids ran off the road, went airborne, hit a culvert, and landed in a ditch. A 6-year-old boy was airlifted to Huntsville Hospital, and a 9-year-old girl was taken to Marshall Medical Center North. Their conditions are not known at this time. Their mother, though, was not hurt. Lawrence County Commissioners want an investigation into checks paid to an interim administrator. Commissioners have asked the Lawrence County Attorney to trace checks written to Tricia Calbert's company. That's according to our news partners at the Decatur Daily. County officials say 4 checks worth $16,500 appear to be more than the county's contract with Galbraith and Associates. The contract calls for the county to pay Galbraith's company $7,500 each month. Galbraith's agreement as interim administrator has been in place since last January. That's when the county terminated Peggy King's employment. Alabama lawmakers say they can't find any extra money to give state employees a pay raise. They also say finding money for education employees will be very difficult. Governor Robert Bentley wants a 2% cost of living raise for education employees in the 2014-15 school year. That would be on the top of the 2% they received this year. He also proposes a cost of living raise of up to 4% for workers in state agencies. It's an issue we are continuing to follow during the 2014 legislative session. Remembering a pioneer in equality, Martin Luther King Jr. is celebrated across the country today, and right here in Huntsville, a day of service started with the annual Unity Breakfast. This is the 29th year for the breakfast, which will bring together hundreds from all over the city. The Unity Awards were also presented at the VBC following the meal. This year, Reverend Carrie Holder Joffrian and Dr. Harry Hobbs from the Huntsville Police Department were honored for their work in the community.
Don't worry, the plan is still good, because the one who gave us the plan may be gone. There's a greater plan at work.
There are several more events going on today in honor of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, including working at the Casa Garden, getting it ready for spring, so there will be fresh produce for homebound people in the valley. Coming up on WAAY 31 First News at 11.
I'm Erin Daisy. A woman lost 86 pounds because she couldn't eat. See what doctors did to help her ahead.
And bad news for Kraft Velveeta lovers. The company has issued a recall for nearly 2 million pounds of one of its most popular products. We'll explain why it's being removed from store shelves ahead. And Chief Meteorologist Spencer Denton will take a look at the forecast when we come back. Stay with us.